Hey everybody, welcome to the first episode of Presidential Pokemon featuring me, Playboy Man Baby. What I've done is I've made a team of Pokemon that are based off the candidates from this year's presidential election. We've got Dr. Carson as Smeargle, Hillary as a Salamence, Ted Cruz as a Sableye, John Kasich as an Altaria, Bernie Sanders as Kyogre, and Donald Trump as Groudon. So what we're trying to do here is use this weird team that I based off personality traits from our presidential candidates. They're not supposed to be lookalikes, and we're going to try and just get as high as we can on this competitive ladder. So far, so good. I'm 9-4, not too bad of a record. I would like to get myself a little bit higher, so we can face some really good opponents and see what kind of things they bring towards this really silly team. Krulsifer is our first opponent, which is a super cool name. Got a Mawile, Yveltal, Salamence, Meowstic, Meanshao, and Xerneas. So, Xerneas is a bastard and makes Hillary feel very uncomfortable. So Hillary probably won't be coming to this fight. But John Kasich is not afraid of this fight one bit. John Kasich is definitely coming. But I don't want to lead John Kasich. That doesn't take full hold of John Kasich's power. So I'm going to go with Ted Cruz for sure. Yeah, Ted Cruz for sure. And then we're going to have Bernie Sanders, John Kasich, and Donald Trump. Real Republican heavy lineup this time. Hillary's definitely going to come in some of these matches, but not this one, because we are trying to win while we're trying to make fun of some presidents. Here we go. First game, presidential Pokemon. That was taking a long time. It usually doesn't take quite that long. So we see Meowstic and Xerneas lead, which is scary because Meowstic probably has Quick Guard, and I expect to see a Quick Guard Geomancy in the works. But I'm not super worried because I don't think that they would they'll Quick Guard next turn. Don't see that happening. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for the fake out just in case they let me get it, and I'm going to Water Spout because I don't see an attack coming this turn. I could be wrong, but you know, never win if you never try. So Bernie Sanders comes out, gets his rain of contributions, as you can see, and he is just about to rain down his force of income inequality. But we didn't get to see that this turn because Meowstic gave it the fake out. But this is fine. This means we can do that this turn. So yeah, we're just going to quash the Xerneas because Ted Cruz is very good at telling people to simmer down. And we're going to Water Spout. This Water Spout is going to do so much damage. There's too much inequality in the country, and that's all Bernie Sanders really wants you to know about. We do get paralyzed, though. Let's see if we can move. We can. Paralyzed Bernie Sanders still gets through and picks up the double KO. Oh, man, we're on fire. Feeling the burn right now for sure. So, what we got next? Salamence, so they bring their own Hillary. This is pretty all right for me, and Yveltal. So first thing I'm gonna do is set some gravity up. Both these Pokemon are flying, and I don't like it, not one bit. So Ted Cruz is gonna get everybody to come on down to Earth, because Ted Cruz is a trickster on this Pokemon team. That's the way he rolls. And we're gonna protect Bernie, because Bernie is pretty important to us right now. We do see some Mega Hillary on our opponent's team. Super cool, super great Pokemon. The Protect does not go up, which stinks. But Yveltal went for Sucker Punch, which only works if you attack, and we didn't, so that's awesome. Gravity goes up, but a Substitute comes out from Hillary, and that's not great. Substitute in Pokemon is just like political scapegoat. When you shove somebody else in the way of your problems, that's what our opponent just did. Is they set somebody out like lambs to the slaughter to take credit for something else that was meant for Hillary. It's ironic how well these analogies play out. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna burn this Yveltal and go ahead and Ice Beam the Hillary to try and get rid of that scapegoat. It's gotta go. We gotta get rid of it. The Yveltal does a lot of damage, which sucks. But we do get it burned. Feeling the burn. And Hyper Voice picks up the KO onto Bernie. So we're down 1, but that's okay. We still got a 3-2 lead. And right now I can send in John Kasich because he is just fantastic here. John Kasich has an ability that's actually very important right now. He has a couple abilities, but this one's especially important, and that's called Hyper Voice. Hyper Voice will actually avoid those political scapegoats and go straight to the source. So I can hit that Hillary even though she's hiding behind that little dummy. So what we're gonna do is we'll quash the Yveltal just in case it's got any crazy tricks up its sleeve, and Mega Evolve and Hyper Voice. John Kasich's about to save the day. That's the first time you've ever heard that, but it's real, and I'm very excited about it. I'm really excited to be doing this. This is a lot of fun, and I hope you guys like it. Tell me if something needs to be changed, and I'll try my best to make this cool, because I'm gonna do it every day whether people watch or not, so I'd rather people watch. So tell me how I can make that happen. So he does get the KO onto Ted Cruz, but Ted Cruz did a lot this game, a whole lot, and the Hyper Voice doesn't actually pick up KO onto the Yveltal, but the burn will. So Ted Cruz getting that last minute KO. That's a pretty beautiful thing. That first match was only about 8 minutes, so we're gonna go ahead and do another one. Hopefully we can bring Hillary to this match, because she's got some cool stuff that she's doing. Yeah, it'd also be nice to see some of Donald Trump, because we brought him, but we didn't even actually have to use him. So yeah, let's gotta save the first video. Let's see how we can do next time. This is definitely inspired by Aaron Cybertron Zing's channel and Wolfie's channel. If you're serious about Pokemon and you haven't checked those out, I definitely recommend it. Those guys are much higher rated players than me, especially when you take resume into account, but I feel like I'm doing pretty good, especially for my limited time in VGC. But we get an opponent from Peru for our second matchup, and he's rocking a pretty scary looking team. He's got Thundurus, Kangaskhan, his own Hillary, his own Bernie, his own Donald, and we got Crobat. So Crobat sort of works the way Ted Cruz does, just disrupting everything. The Thundurus has elements like that too. Kangaskhan is just putting out a lot of damage. I actually really like Hillary in this matchup a whole lot. So Hillary is actually going to be my lead. Could go with Ted Cruz, but I don't like him as much in this matchup. Maybe Dr. Ben Carson. Hillary and Dr. Ben Carson is going to be my leads, with Kyogre, Bernie Sanders and Donald Trump in the back. It's hard for me to not refer to these as Pokemon names, but I'm going to try my best from now on. So this is a risky play, especially I don't want to see Kangaskhan. There it is. Yeah, that stinks a little. So we get the Intimidate off, which Hillary Clinton's intimidation is very, very important in the real world and in Pokemon. So that's a huge factor. And that his Donald Trump doesn't like being matched up against my Hillary, and that's by design. So there's a few ways that I could go with this. I could protect Hillary, so I can be sure to outspeed next turn, which is probably my best play. I'm going to basically double protect. My one fear is the fake out onto Hillary and Swords Dance from the Donald Trump. I've got to take that risk. Let's see. I don't think we'll see that, but that would be real bad. Swords Dance would eliminate the intimidation and then even give it a boost past that. So we don't need him boosted at all. We see the Kangaskhan Mega evolve, but that's no surprise at all. We get the protect up, and yeah, this Donald Trump is very scary, even though it's not as scary as it could be. We get a little bit of damage on the Kangaskhan because of Dr. Ben Carson's crafty tactics with all of his knives that he sticks out as shields. At least that's what I envisioned when I made the team. And we don't get a cool Moody boost really at all. Plus defense, minus attack. Dr. Ben Carson is very moody and can greatly benefit from that at times. So we're going to Tailwinds. Tailwind is a move where Hillary just has all of the party back her up, so she gets a huge advantage, and everybody on her team gets a huge advantage. It's I wish there was a thing in the real world that matched up with that, like super delegates. But yeah, the Tailwind is just a wave of super delegates that just rush behind Hillary and give her a huge advantage. And we're going to baton pass that crummy boost out. The Groudon goes protect. That's cool. What do we see from the Kangaskhan? Because I don't want him to knock out Ben Carson right now. Drain Punch. That's bad. That's bad. Ben Carson goes down. Oh no, it doesn't, because of the intimidation. Yes, yes. Ben Carson lives another day and that Moody boost. So we get the plus defense onto Bernie is who we're putting it onto for sure. So let's switch Bernie in and see what happens. So now Bernie comes in. He gets his grassroots support structure surrounding him just like there, and the tiny campaign contributions start falling down from the sky. Usually less than $30. And now I expect to see his Donald Trump switch out, and I'm going to play like that's what's going to happen. And I'm going to Hyper Voice and Water Spout. There's no reason not to. We'll probably see Sucker Punch come from the Kangaskhan, but he is intimidated. and this is a huge amount of damage that's about to go on to both of his Pokemon no matter what. We don't see a Sucker Punch, so yeah, this is going to be a double knockout. Yeah, so, but we are going to see his Donald Trump come in. The lights from his cameras are going to outshine my tiny campaign contributions, and that does put us in another predicament. Oh, let's see. Oh, sweet, the rain goes back up. The rain goes back up. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. The Tailwind is still up on my side. He has no priority moves. I'm in a fantastic position. I'm going to run away with this one. So yeah, this turn I will I can do anything. Let's see. I'm just gonna Hyper Voice and Water Spout. There's no reason not to. If he doesn't protect, the two combined should pick up KOs. Groudon protects, that's fine. He double protects. I think I've still got another turn of Tailwind though. I do still have another turn of Tailwind, so I'm gonna do the exact same thing. The Water Spout will definitely knock out his Donald Trump. His Bernie Sanders might live one more turn, but I've got this game wrapped up. Get the KO. We just got one more to go, and the next turn, I'm assuming Ice Beam. No, Thunder onto my Bernie. Okay, that's totally fine. Doesn't even pick up the KO. Does get the paralysis, but too little, too late. I'm gonna win this one. So I will just I'll Hyper Voice and Scald. And he forfeits. So yes, 2-0 on the first episode of Presidential Pokemon. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm gonna be doing this. I'm gonna get better at it. Talking while you're playing Pokemon is actually pretty hard. But I'm gonna do this every day or close to it. I'm not sure. I don't want to commit to too much, but let me know. Comment on stuff. Tell me what you think about things, and I'll do my best to make this something that's really entertaining. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Bye. I'll work on my sign off too.